Hello everyone and welcome to the couple next door. In today's video, I'll guide you through process of applying for a PBS dependent visa from outside the UK. Whether you're applying for your spouse, partner or child, this video will cover all the essential steps to make things easier for you. If you've watched my previous videos and found them helpful, super thanks is a great way to support the channel and help me creating informative content like this. And if you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos on visas, travel and life in the UK. This video will cover how you can apply for a PBS dependent visa, how much IHS fee you will need to pay, and what all documents would you need to provide to support your application. Start by searching for the visa you are applying under, like skilled worker, global talent, or ICT. Then look for the section about dependent partner or children. For example, here I'm applying for a skilled worker dependent visa. So I searched for skilled worker visa UK and then I found the dependent partner or children section. Tier 2 General was the old name for what is now the skilled worker visa, so don't get confused between the two names. Your partner and children can apply to join or stay with you in the UK as dependents if eligible. They need to apply separately and show proof of your relationship. This can be through a civil partnership, marriage recognized in the UK, or by proving you've lived together for at least 2 years. If you haven't lived together, you must show an ongoing relationship, such as regular communication, financial support, or shared care of children. Dependents must also meet financial requirements to support themselves in the UK. When I applied, my partner and I hadn't lived together in the last 2 years. Later in this video, I'll share the documents I used to prove our relationship during the visa application process. So stay tuned. In this video, we are covering how to apply for a dependent visa from outside the UK. I personally applied for this visa from India, so I'll walk you through the exact steps that I followed. We'll start by clicking on this link here. The first question is, where are you planning to live? In my case, it was England, so I selected the first option. The second question was, do you have a current EU, EEA or a Swiss passport? Since I did not, I selected no. Now the website will ask you to select a country where you will provide your biometrics. In my case, it was India. You can choose the country that you are applying from. The next page is asking you to check the available visa application center locations. For example, let's look for a visa application center in Bangalore. After finding the available visa application center in my city, I came back and checked the button that I had identified a location where I can provide my biometrics. The first section here explains that as a dependent, you can apply from outside of the UK if your partner holds or is applying for a visa under the following categories. Some examples are skilled worker, global talent, ICT, and others. So, you can use the same form to apply from outside of the UK as a partner of a person who has any of these following visas. I use this form to apply as a dependent partner for a skilled worker visa. The next section talks about how to apply. You'll need your partner's passport and sponsorship details such as Certificate of Sponsorship COS or Confirmation of Acceptance for Studies CAS if applicable. The application process includes filling out the form in English, paying the health surcharge and the visa fee, and then completing your biometrics. Awesome! Now let's click on Apply Now. The first step here is to register an email. You should provide your email and your password to continue. On this page, you need to provide details of the person you are applying with or joining in the UK. Continue to enter their details like nationality, date of birth, and move on to the next page. On the next page, add their passport number and continue. Mention if you will be traveling with your spouse to the UK together before or after. This section asks you about your spouse's current immigration status. Since I did not have any of the reference numbers mentioned here, I selected the last option. My husband found the visa end date on his e-visa in the UKVI account. I filled the right dates in and moved on to the next page. Now, this page is about my spouse's application status. Since he was already in the UK and had a visa before I applied to join him, I selected yes. The next page asks about the sponsor license number. This was present on his COS application. The next 3 to 4 questions can be answered using the COS document, so keep it handy. Now we have completed the first bit of the application, so check your information and click on continue. Now we have reached the section 2 of the application form. Confirm your email address and continue. Now you'll be asked to fill in details about your address, your passport, and your current nationality. Continue to fill them in. On this page, you need to provide your planned travel information. That is, when do you plan to arrive in the UK? You'll need to provide your partner's details including full name, their current address, their date of birth, whether you currently live with them or not, and if they are traveling with you to the UK. Make sure you fill in the correct information that matches the document you will be submitting. Here, select yes if you have had permission to stay in the UK with your partner. Since I was applying for the first time to come and stay in the UK with my partner, I selected no. For the relationship section, please provide details about your relationship with your partner. How long you've been together and if you live together. If not, explain why and how you stay in touch. To strengthen our application, we submitted WhatsApp chat history to show ongoing communication, photos from visits and trips as proof of time spent together, and reference letters from friends describing how we met and how they witnessed our relationship grow over the past 3-4 years. We also provided cover letters explaining our situation, that we were working in different cities but we still were connected to each other. This kind of evidence is crucial to proving that your relationship is genuine and it helps your visa application. Share if you have children and mention any previous relationships if asked. Next, you'll need to fill in additional sections covering parents' details, family in the UK, where you'll stay in the UK, your travel history, any criminal records, or immigration issues. Most of the questions in this section are straightforward, and you should be able to fill them out without any issues or confusion. Just ensure that you provide accurate details about your parents, family in the UK, where you will stay, your travel history, and any criminal or immigration records. Take your time to double check the information to avoid mistakes that could delay your application. Awesome. Now we have completed the application section. Before moving on, take time to review all the details you have entered so far. Ensure that everything is correct and consistent. Once you're satisfied, proceed to the document section. Now we've reached the most important page, which is the documents page. For your dependent visa application, you must submit key documents including your passport, proof of relationship, your marriage certificate, and evidence explaining why you and your partner were living apart for the last 2 years. You'll also need a copy of your partner's UK visa or residence permit. You can scan and upload all the documents online before the appointment, or you can take the documents and get it scanned at your appointment for a fee. I recommend uploading all the documents beforehand, but still do carry these documents on the appointment day as well. You might need a tuberculosis TB test, and if you pass, you need to include your certificate, which is valid for 6 months, in your application. Check if TB testing is necessary for your country. I applied from India and it was necessary for me. Let's move on to the next page. Now we are on the declaration page. Before submitting your application, you must confirm that all information and supporting documents are accurate and to best of your knowledge. You agree to the Home Office using your data and that the financial institutions may be contacted for verification. Uncollected passports or travel documents will be returned to the issuing authority after 3 months. By submitting, you acknowledge the risk of refusal or prosecution if false information is provided by you. So you must confirm that you've given all right information. Please check it before submitting this application and accepting the declaration page. Once you've accepted the above, you will be taken to the next page, which is about the immigration health surcharge. This is where you need to pay the IHS fee. The IHS surcharge fee is automatically calculated on the application website based on the start and the end date of your spouse's visa. The system will calculate the exact IHS fee for you. I am showing this calculation just for your reference and information. So, if you apply for a PBS dependent visa in December 2024, expecting to arrive in January 2025, and your spouse's visa ends on 1st January or 10th January 2029, for example, the IHS surcharge will cover 4 years and the total will come out to be £4,657. Once you have completed the IHS fee payment, you will be navigated to the next page, which is further actions. On this page, you can download the supporting documents checklist, check if a TB test is required for you, and book an appointment to provide your biometrics at the local VFS or relevant visa application center. The appointment is where you will submit your documents, your passport, and provide your biometrics, that is fingerprints and photo. After the appointment, the VFS or the relevant office in your country will process your application and send it to the UK authorities. Once your visa is approved, you will be notified and they will deliver your passport with the visa stamp. Now let me talk about the documents that I provided during my application process. Now this page consists of these pink bullets from 1 to 11 that shows all the documents that I provided, which included bank statements, marriage certificate, passport, application PDF, the appointment PDF, the IHS fee payment proof, the TB test results, reference letters from my friends, my birth certificate, my WhatsApp chat history with my husband, and our pictures together from the past 2-3 years. I also provided some documents from my husband to support the application. Let's talk about those now. We provided copy of his bank statements, his payslips, BRP or share code, COS document, the employment letter, a passport copy, copy of a rent agreement, letter requesting approval for dependent, that is me, his birth certificate, and a passport stamp for entering the UK. That's it for the step-by-step guide on applying for a PBS dependent visa from outside the UK. I hope this video is helpful for you to navigate the process smoothly. If you found the video helpful, please consider supporting the channel with a super thanks. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more informational videos like this. Thank you.